Good evening, sports fans. This is 2K Sports. Ernie Johnson, Shaquille O'Neal, Kenny Smith. In a few moments, we'll be sending you out to Miami as the Heat go up against the Philadelphia 76ers. For Philadelphia, they won their last matchup, that game against Cleveland. That game was a dominant performance. Always nice to win one going away, but it's just one game, and they'll be ready to go tonight. Tonight, two teams that crash the glass. Kenny, when you think of the great rebounders in this league, what are some of their key attributes?
Oh, they get that position, and then they hold it. They maintain it. That's the key.
Maintaining the position.
Yes, because you can get pushed under. If you come down with the rebound yourself, you can't do it, let's say, just tip it out. Great rebounders do that too. They'll just tip it out to the guards, and then we can start the fast break.
What's the key to good rebounding?
You got to assume every shot is going to be missed. And, Ernie, nothing replaces great hustle.
That's true. That is so true.
I could box you out.
I know you
I would
could.
keep you off the glass.
Oh, no question.
Yeah. Kevin Harlan standing by.
You and your 6 rings.
There you go again.
K Sports welcomes you to the following presentation of the NBA.
It's an Eastern Conference matchup in today's game as the 76ers come into town for this one. There's no better time of year than the holidays for NBA basketball on 2K Sports. Welcome, everyone. This is Kevin Harlan, and beside me, Greg Anthony and Steve Smith. David Aldridge joins us on the sideline. You look at Miami. These guys are hot, no doubt about it, continuing to put up win after win.
And this is what the NBA is all about, competition. That's why rivalries do matter.
They do. It's good for the sport, the TV ratings, the fans, but most of all, when you're a player in this kind of game, the adrenaline rush is incredible.
And David Aldridge is standing by for our pregame report. David, good evening.
Guys, Joel Embiid is listed at 7 feet, but at player introductions, they say 7'2" center, Joel Embiid. Now, Brett Brown says when you stand next to him, you understand the difference between 7 feet and 7'2". He's a big man, Kevin.
He is tremendous size and skill to match, GA. Thanks. What we have tonight, two awesome rebounding teams, Steve. What do you think we're going to be seeing out there in this one?
You know, two teams that get after it. I love to watch the game within the game. Just watching two gladiators go at it, just boxing out. They're grabbing, they're fighting for the loose ball. It's interesting to see what goes on before you actually get the rebound.
Kind of like a chess match, right? You make a move, then I'll try to counter that move.
And teams now, they count possessions, analytics. Everybody wants to see who has the most possessions. That will give you a better chance to win the ball game.
It'll be the Heat off the tip. And here's Oladipo. He'll bring it up for the Heat. They put up a nice win against the Bucks the last time out.
I just thought the defense was porous. Got any shot they wanted, really, for most of the evening.
I'll give them credit. Even though they were facing very little resistance, they refused to play down to the level of their competition.
All fueled up and ready to go. Brought to you by Gatorade. Let's check out who's on the floor. Taking a look at the 76ers. Redick and Covington, the shooters on the wing. Anthony Davis is out there with Joel Embiid, and it's Simmons in at the point. Al Richardson, Paul George missing from long range. Richardson kicks to Whiteside. Just 3 to shoot. George, that's a 2-pointer, and he didn't get quite enough under that one. Richardson against Redick. Back to Covington. Count the bucket. And he's got a free throw coming up as well.
And there's the first bucket of the evening.
Should be an interesting game. Both teams coming in ready to do battle.
And watching Robert Covington and how he plays out there. Great 3-and-D guy. The ultimate role player on a team. And he just gels well with his teammates and doesn't force shots.
One shot, gentlemen.
And Greg with Covington, he makes a point with his game to take what the defense gives him.
And sometimes that means Covington will go nights where he shoots very little. He's okay with that. He's focused on efficiency and making the best decision for the team. Only cares about wins and a true team player.
3 straight misses to begin this contest and already starting to look frustrated.
To the inside. And Embiid, the bucket on the assist from Covington.
And setting the tone early with a strong move to the rack.
First quarter, you're really testing the defense, trying to find their weaknesses.
Here's Adebayo. An 11-point game for him in the win against Milwaukee.
Also, you have to mention the rebounding, another area where he excelled.
Now, here's Whiteside. Richardson, no luck.
And you don't want to give up that kind of look too often.
To the middle. Here's Simmons, and the 76ers tack on 2 more.
And what it looks like now, guys, their confidence is growing, and so is this lead.
But they can't just sit back and enjoy it. They need to keep up the momentum.
No good there. Excellent D there from Jordan.
And really, despite that miss, they've had a solid start offensively.
Richardson. The shot's good on the assist by Jordan.
And the feed from George couldn't be better. The timing, the placement, everything about that dish was pinpoint.
Simmons against Oladipo. Simmons passes to Davis. Outside, Redick. From 12 feet out. That's tipped. Redick against Richardson. To the paint. Here's Adebayo. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line.
Yeah, good job to take it right at him.
Well, Steve Bam Adebayo out of Kentucky adapting quickly to the NBA game.
He's been a sponge, Kevin. Plays the game with an infectious energy. He's a keeper.
And that one misses. Well, Heat fans, not the league's loudest, but they do show up.
They sell out the arena every night. They love their team, and it's a great place to play.
He hits the second from the line. And here in the first, about 3 minutes in. And Simmons kicks to Redick. Pass to Embiid. He tries for 3. That shot off. Now the Heat take it the other way. Their last encounter was in Philadelphia, where they were able to handle the 76ers.
And the previous meeting was a win for them and a huge day for the bench. The reserves really stepped it up with their scoring.
Getting good production from the reserves on a daily basis is a key ingredient to any team's success.
Now here's Redick. He's been patient so far. Nothing on the scoreboard yet. They get a hand on it, and it's out of bounds. The Heat will take it the other way.
All right, a moment to check out stats for Embiid. He's been fantastic over the last 10 games or so. 11th in rebounding, and he sits in the top 15 in points per game. An absolute powerhouse offensively.
And you mentioned how powerful he is on the boards, going full throttle at both ends every play. Really helping his team compete for wins. Now, here's Oladipo. He had 25 points in the win against Milwaukee. George against Davis. Ball's knocked loose.
Lacking confidence right now in his offense. He's been shaky all period.
Up high to stuff the alley-oop.
What a beautiful play, and it was great timing. Then the athletic finish by AD.
And a tremendous Unleash Chaos replay coming to you courtesy of Under Armour Hover Habit. Here's Adebayo. Taking a look at the scoring numbers, right now he averages about 9 points a game. And the shot is good. Whiteside's got his first bucket of the night.
I'll tell you, there's no quit in him when it comes to the offensive glass.
And the 76ers decide to take their first time out here. Steve Hassan Whiteside, a fearsome finisher inside with his length. Talk about his offensive game for us.
Well, he's starting to develop a pretty good touch out to mid-range. He has soft hands, a little floater in there. Still, it's his dunking and finishing that keeps him in the highlight reels.
Changes for Philadelphia. Noel's checked in for Joel Embiid. Korkmaz comes in for Robert Covington. And Moore subbed in for J.J. Redick. Simmons on the wing. Guarded by Oladipo. Fader on the way. And that one's good. Simmons got his second basket of the game.
Oh, this is the kind of start they were hoping for.
Richardson the pass to Adebayo. Oh, and here we go with Simmons. Nobody back. Look at that jam.
Nice.
I mean, just beautiful.
I totally agree. You've got to be able to turn some people over. AD aggressive. Finds a way to get them in transition.
And off the front iron, and in it goes.
And how about that exhale there? Finally gets one to fall through 6 attempts.
Simmons finds Davis. Back to Simmons, and stolen by Richardson. George looking over the floor. Pass to Oladipo. Outside, George. Pass to Richardson. A three-pointer is right on target. Richardson's got his second bucket tonight.
Good poise, good pass from Whiteside. Hassan with beautiful vision on that play.
And the foul on Victor Oladipo. That's his first foul. And a new group getting ready for Miami. Yusuf Nurkic. He's checked in for Whiteside. Green comes in for Bam Adebayo. Kings checked in for Josh Richardson. And Dwayne Wade is subbed in for Victor Oladipo. On defense, Miami. They trail by 3. Simmons inside. Wade is covering. And another turnover here by Philadelphia. Miami's gone 1 of 3 from beyond the arc so far in the game. Now the pass to Nurkic. And George kicks to Wade. 6 to shoot. Fade away. And Philadelphia grabs the miss. To the right side. Here's Korkmaz. Money from the wing. Korkmaz has got his first points in this one.
He has a score-first mindset. Each one plays with a lot of poise, and that buys him time to find an open man.
Fades. The shot, no good. Now the 76ers take it the other way.
Awfully hard to get back into the game when one of your key shooters is this ice cold and has been all quarter.
Simmons with it. Wade picks him up. Here's Korkmaz. Looking at his numbers, he's averaging about 6.5 points a game. Unloads from 13. It's hauled in by George. The Heat trail by 5. King outside. The shot's good on the assist by George.
And they don't want to get in a habit of giving him open looks from 3. First quarter still, but not who you want to leave open.
Now here's Simmons. He had a 15-point outing in their last game against Cleveland.
And he wreaked havoc on defense with 4 steals for the game.
Davis against Green. Can't connect from 14 feet out.
He likes to work that in-between area. Upset with himself that he couldn't connect.
Wade kicks to Green. King, the pass to George. Wade against Simmons. Pass to King. From deep three-point range. That one no good. And it's Philadelphia the other way, coming into this having notched a win against Cleveland in their last game.
And sometimes in that hostile environment, it is hard to stay true to who you are. But give them credit, they did, especially on offense.
Well, they came in with a strong game plan, made adjustments when they needed to, and kept the crowd out of their heads.
Nurkic, Green up on top. Wade outside. The shot goes down and he gets this game back to even. Wade's got his first 2 points of the night.
Dwayne Wade has always been dangerous in the pick and roll, and like a fine wine, he's only getting better.
Green against Simmons. Trying to get open is Davis. No good from Simmons. Now the Heat with it. They're on a 10-2 run here, and George gets it to go.
You know what? Struggling a little bit, but I do command the effort. 2 of 8 from the field. Let's see if that one gets him going.
Timeout called the 76ers. Well, Smitty, Dwayne Wade back for another season in a Miami Heat uniform.
Great to see a legend and a future Hall of Famer still putting in work. The most important player in franchise history. He belongs, Kevin, in a Heat uniform.
And a new group getting ready for Miami. Whiteside's checked in for Nurkic. Bam Adebayo comes in for Green. Winslow's checked in for George. And it's Oladipo in for Dwayne Wade. That's tipped. And so it looks like the 76ers will retain possession here. A chance here to assess what parts of the floor the attempts have been coming from as we look at the shot chart for Miami.
And they haven't been able to exploit the 3 from the corner. Maybe some better ball movement would help open the floor and get that shot into their arsenal.
Now here's Embiid. Coming off a solid outing against Cleveland. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Shot to stop the run, and it's good for 2.
The defense was clearly not on the same page. No one picked up the open man.
And here's Oladipo. He'll bring it up for the Miami Heat. Winslow against Smith. Winslow dishes to Whiteside. Another shot. And the foul called on Nerlens Noel. That's his first foul. Embiid with the steal.
Yeah, tough entry pass. You want to kick the ball down low, but you have to be crafty about how you do it.
Outside, Redick. 5 on the clock. Shoots over King. Redick with the bucket. And the 76ers lead by 2.
And Redick taking a turn, initiating some offense there, working that pick and roll to perfection.
A minute 42 left in the first quarter. Up top, Oladipo, covered by Smith. Offensive rebound. Whiteside, good. Whiteside's got his second bucket of the game to go.
The activity of Whiteside, if he plays with consistent energy, the sky's the limit.
Let's use this break in the action to show you the teams that in the last 10 games have been the NBA's best fast break teams. Fifth on the list, the 76ers.
I mean, no doubt for me that they've hit their stride the last few weeks. I mean, they are punishing the defenses with that up-tempo style.
Shooting 2.
First one falls for. Smith hits them both. We've got 1:23 left in the first quarter of the game. And Oladipo kicks to Whiteside. Ball's knocked loose. Fast break, Philadelphia. Shamet, good on the 13-footer. 1:05 left in the first quarter. Passes to Winslow. Whiteside with it. Covered by Smith. Pass to Oladipo. A 3-ball. And Philadelphia grabs the miss. And the wide open shot from Redick. Cans it from downtown. Redick's got 5 points so far.
J.J. Redick, very comfortable behind the three-point line. Knocked that one down.
Now the pass to Oladipo. And they get it. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul. The Heat have gone 1 for 2 on the night so far from the line.
And typically a strength of theirs, 79% on the season.
The first one falls.
He's a guy with all-star talent. It's been a long road for Whiteside, but he has a chance now to do something special.
And both free throws good from Whiteside. And so here is Philadelphia. It's a 5-point game. Kicks to Smith. Philadelphia moving the ball around. Here's Embiid to the paint. And Noel with the basket on the assist by Embiid. Noel's got his first basket.
And those are the kind of nice inside looks they've gotten here in the first half.
Oladipo taking his time here. Pass to Winslow. Over Smith. From 13 feet, it goes down.
It's important for Winslow to make this. When the defense tries to entice you to take it, he has to knock it down.
And that concludes the first quarter of play. 76ers on top, leading by 5. Let's take a quick break now, and then it's on to the second quarter after this. A native of Cameroon, Joel Embiid talks about making a quick transition to the United States.
Not knowing English, obviously at the beginning, it was a little bit hard to express myself. Obviously, I can speak English perfectly now, so that's a plus, and I'm just being myself.
And that unique sense of humor, Greg, is a specialty of Embiid.
He's a fun-loving guy who's become a must-follow on social media. And the transition he's made has been remarkable.
And hope you've enjoyed the broadcast so far, halfway through the first half in this one. And guys, what's your take so far in Philadelphia?
Aggressive defense in that first period. They forced several miscues.
These guys have quick hands. You have to protect the ball around all of them.
Nurkic is out there with Adebayo. Then it's Winslow. Then it's King. And it's Wade in at the 1. That's the group on the floor for Miami.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
And the first one at the line is good. Steve, in today's game, it's so important to have a high-level talent who can make contested shots.
Yeah, it is. I mean, some of those guys are LeBron James that make shots with guys hanging all over them. Kevin Durant, because of his size. Kemba Walker, Damian Lillard. What I love right now is guys are comfortable to be able to shoot contested shots. Not like we did back in the day. We just move it and try to get a better shot.
Probably as close to a sure thing as you can have at the free throw line.
To the inside. It's tipped. The 76ers leading by 5. Shamet. Wade is covering. Embiid kicks to Noel. And it's Justice Winslow with the foul. And that'll be his 3rd foul so far.
And that's his 3rd foul. The chance you take leaving him in with 2. Let's see if they'll sit him now until the half.
King with the steal.
You could tell it was almost tunnel vision on that pass. Had no idea where the defender was.
Wade in the open floor is a work of art. Knows exactly how to fill those lanes.
Here's Korkmaz. 9 points last game. Embiid finds Noel. And it's blocked. Out to Smith. From deep. And Winslow pulls it down. The Heat trail by 3. Guys, they've been getting it done.
They came out with a mission, and they have been tough to stop.
Out to Wade. 5 to shoot. That one's rebounded by Embiid. The 76ers leading by 3. Shamet. Wade is covering. It's stolen by Wade. Here's the break. Nurkic trying to get open. King, that's good. King's got 5 points so far. Philadelphia's gone 0-2 from deep here in the 7th. Passes it to Korkmaz. The 76ers again can't hit it. For Miami, they've gone 3 of 4 from the floor here in the 2nd quarter. And they take the lead. Winslow's got the lead up to 2 now for Miami.
Good to see Winslow scoring off the dribble. Everyone understands how important he is to this team offensively and defensively.
Pass to Smith. They need this one. He lays it in. Smith's got it all tied up now for the 76ers.
If you're going in amongst the trees, you have got to be aggressive.
Especially at that kind of height disadvantage. You're looking to score the ball or at least draw the foul.
Now here's King. He had 13 points in the win against Milwaukee.
You can't forget about how great he was at forcing contact and getting to the line. He racked up a lot of easy points at the line that way.
Every time they get scored on during this run, it's come from inside the paint.
Smith with it, now guarded by Winslow. Smith kicks to Embiid. Shot clock at 6. There's the pass to Korkmaz. Noel controls the rebound and puts it back up and in.
Oh, what terrific hustle. He's got a nose for the rebound.
Craig, he's ferocious when the ball goes up. Wade with it. And looking at his production, he averages a little more than 7 points a game.
A moment now to see the stats for Wade. How his last 10 games have gone. Averaging about 7 points, 3 assists and 2 rebounds. And the numbers won't wow you, but I like the effort he brings to the table each and every night.
You need guys who understand their roles, carry them out without complaint. Everything he does is for the team.
Here's Korkmaz. The 10-footer. And that one goes long. For Miami, they've gone 5 of 6 so far from the field in the second quarter. Wade with no one around. Off target from three-point range. The 76ers shooting well, 50% from the floor. Here's Smith. It's Adebayo with the rebound.
In over his head on the layup attempt there. Too much defensive pressure.
Smith against King. Out to the wing. Now here's Winslow. Guarded closely. And the foul called on Nerlens Noel. That's foul number 2 for him.
And that's foul number 2. And maybe you don't sit him at this point, but you really have to be careful to not pick up another before half.
Here's what Miami's going with right now. JaMychal Green, he's checked in for Bam Adebayo. Paul George comes in for Winslow. Richardson, he's checked in for King. And it's Oladipo in for Dwayne Wade. Now, here is George. He's someone who's a factor on any given night, averaging more than 22 points a game. The shot, no good.
Just great at getting after it defensively, forcing guys into tough shots.
Yeah, to be successful, you've got to protect the paint. He rises to that challenge.
And, Kevin, they've dialed up their activity this quarter. We're seeing them convert a lot of those second chance opportunities.
Shoots from the line, and it goes down 2 points. George has got his 3rd bucket of the night.
And the mid-range jumper really right in George's comfort zone. When he isn't blowing by guys and finishing at the rim, he's knocking that one down with consistency.
Inside, it's stolen by Green. And now here's George, the fast break opportunity. And George with the stuff.
And guys, that's a big swing right there. I mean, taking the steal and then turning it into 2 easy points on the dunk.
No telling how important that sequence could turn out to be.
No doubt, that could be a gigantic swing in momentum, given how that sequence developed.
Just an amazing feel for the game. Simmons is so gifted at reading the floor.
And it goes out of bounds. That one off Covington.
They're fortunate the defender couldn't control it. Almost lost that possession.
On the wing, George, defended by Covington, and that one good.
And I just love the aggressiveness from George, just slicing apart the defense with that terrific ability to penetrate.
Now here's Covington, a 14-point game for him in the win against Cleveland.
And he wreaked havoc on defense with 4 steals for the game.
Oladipo against Simmons, 6 on the shot clock. Floats one. Up again. He hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points. Noel's got the game tied up here for the 76ers.
Love the determination he showed there, getting himself into good position under the glass.
With the presence of mind to know just where the rebound was going to come down. Well timed. Now, here's Nurkic. He had a 12-point outing in their last game against Milwaukee.
He was a shot-blocking nightmare out there. 4 blocks on the game and some alter shots as well.
And they've repeatedly probed inside in the first half, guys, and it's paid off.
Simmons passes to Moore. And Noel kicks to Simmons. Back to Noel. Here's Davis.
Come on.
Tries again. Basket is good. He'll get a chance for one more at the line.
You know, he had a hot start to this game. He's only gotten hotter. We'll see if the defense makes an adjustment.
The 76ers shooting the 6th attempt at the free throw line tonight.
And taking a look at the numbers on the season, they've converted about 77% of those foul shots.
One shot.
And that drops, so they now lead by 1. A lot of statistics to try to devour. The plus-minus statistics are some that really stand out for fans and players. How useful you think a tool that is?
You know, I love it, Kevin, because then you get a chance to see the guys who, you know, the stats we look at is rebounds, points, assists, and blocks and steals. There are some guys that make an impact without having those numbers, and it goes by what the score is. And that plus-minus helps those guys who I would say not as skillful as some of the guys as far as putting up stats that way, but you can see the team plays better when this guy is on the floor, no matter how many points he scores.
Did you pay attention to the plus-minus?
Kevin, I'm so old, they didn't have plus-minus.
I didn't mean to embarrass you there, Steve. I am so sorry. And as we see Anthony Davis step into what could be the best years of his career, Smitty, who does he remind you of?
You know, a lot like Kevin Garnett in his prime, the way he can impact both sides of the floor. He's KG with a three-point shot, and he also has a little bit of Hakeem Olajuwon in him.
Shooting two.
And the first one drops.
And with everything that Anthony Davis does on offense, it's just mind-boggling. His scoring inside and out, the percentages, he does it all. He is undoubtedly one of the best big men in the league, and many would argue he is the best in the NBA.
And that's good as he hits both of his shots. And with Anthony Davis, the stat lines, Greg, he can post on any given night are just absurd.
Really, Davis still strong defensively, but he really impacts every facet of the game. One of the rare players who can carry a team on both ends of the floor. There just aren't many great players that can lead a team to a championship, but I think Davis is of that mold.
George, no good. And Simmons has got the ball here for the Philadelphia 76ers. Following this game, they'll hit the road to challenge the Pacers at Pacers Arena in Indianapolis. That'll be the last game of their very short three-game road tour. Billy's the long-range jumper.
I love how each one plays the game. He was very consistent in college, and he's brought it to the next level.
And Miami calls their first time out of the game.
And you can see his wheels are turning. We'll see what he draws up here.
It's been an ongoing battle of adjustments, trying to identify your strongest matchup each time down the floor.
Whiteside's checked in for Miami. Bam Adebayo comes in for Green. Then for the 76ers, Joel Embiid. He's checked in for Nerlens Noel. And J.J. Redick is subbed in for Moore. Now here's Richardson. He had a 15-point outing in their last game against Milwaukee. Down low, Embiid with the steal. They're running. Here's Covington trying to get open as Davis. That shot off. George with the defensive effort. At the elbow, it's Whiteside. And the jam by Whiteside.
The thing about Whiteside, he has a quicker jump than you might expect.
Inside. Changes up. Here's Embiid. He makes that one drop. Only a second and 5 tries.
If you give him an inch of space, he's going to make you pay.
And Oladipo kicks to Whiteside. Heat moving the ball around. And George with the stuff.
And guys, when George gets cooking, you are in for a long night. He's just fantastic at finding different ways to score.
Pass to Redick. Back to Simmons. It falls for his 5th field goal tonight. Now shooting 5 for 8.
You like the aggressiveness, pushing all the right buttons. He has this team rolling.
Oladipo against Simmons. Oladipo finds George. Now here's Richardson. 6 to shoot. Shot from 16. And that misses badly. Air ball. Covington passes to Embiid. Another shot. And he sinks the layup. And it's a 6-point 76ers lead.
Love the extra possessions. Defense has them stopped, but can't control the boards.
And Oladipo kicks to George. Passes it to Whiteside. Now here's Oladipo. He's guarded by Davis. And And Oladipo, here we go. Another shot. And the rejection by Embiid. Redick surveying the D. There's the dish to Simmons. Rebound by the Heat. Whiteside's got 8 rebounds in this game. Up top, Oladipo. Guarded by Simmons. And Oladipo kicks to George. Basket good. George has got 16 points.
This is what it means to be a catalyst. His offense helps set the tone for a lot of what they do.
Redick dishes to Davis. And it's blocked by Whiteside.
Be careful. Whiteside is the ultimate rim protector.
To the middle. That one's rebounded by Embiid. Embiid's got his 7th rebound of the game with that last one. They blow the whistle just as he gets it off. That's 2 points with a chance for another one at the stripe.
And when the size advantage is as big as it was there, I mean, that's exactly what he's supposed to do in that situation.
For Philadelphia, they have been at their finest 4 at the free throw line tonight. 8 attempts, 8 makes.
One shot.
That's good from Simmons.
And the athleticism that Simmons has is downright unreal. Just a remarkable talent who has the potential to be one of the all-time greats.
Here's George. And the last second attempt doesn't fall. And we finished one half of basketball. 76ers lead by 7. And now let's catch up with David Aldridge, who's standing by from the sideline. All right, Dave.
Kevin, thanks. Coach, what is your impression of the first half?
We played. And I thought we found a really good balance of posting and pace. It's what we've been talking about. And I thought our defense, for the most part, was excellent.
A good start. We'll see how they finish. Thanks, Coach. Back to you, Kevin.
All right, thank you, David. And folks, don't go away. After the break, we'll see you right back here for the start of quarter number 3.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hello, everybody. Welcome to 2K Sports, the halftime show. Ernie Johnson, Shaquille O'Neal, Kenny the Jet Smith. Boy, we have a lot to discuss. Ben Simmons putting in some incredible work. He had 13 points, 2 rebounds, and 3 assists. Let's start with you, Shaq. What'd you think about the 76ers?
I don't think anyone expected to see such numbers from the bench. You know, I'm impressed. It was what they needed, the jolt they needed, Ernie. Wow, I never knew their bench. As a matter of fact, I don't even know any of their players coming off the bench. Man, keep going, bench guys.
Kenny, what'd you think about Miami?
I look at the lack of free throw attempts as a key indicator. Because the funny thing about getting to the charity stripe, you have to earn it. You have to put your body in harm's way and be physically willing to take the hit. Right now, one team's playing aggressively and the other team isn't. That's the big difference in the score.
And that's a wrap for our halftime show. The third quarter just about to get started.
A great look at American Airlines Arena right on the shores of Biscayne Bay as we welcome you back to Miami. And we've got third quarter of basketball for you, 2 quarters in the books. You look at Paul George in this game, guy, he's been everywhere.
And let's see what the defense counters with to try and control him here in the second half.
Well, you like to run more doubles at him, but the risk there is opens up things for everybody else.
The 76ers leading by 7. Kicking off the second half, here's Brett Brown's foul. Simmons runs the show with Redick at the 2.
Yeah, whenever Simmons gets a chance to show off his insane jumping skills, he seizes it.
And a great second look there. Another Unleash Chaos replay. Brought to you by the Under Armour Hover Havoc. Fast break, Philadelphia. Simmons is running, and then Simmons slams it in.
Wow, and that sort of showmanship is just deflating right now to a team trying to get back into a game like this.
Ouch, Greg, that is definitely an emphasis jam. A big apostrophe or exclamation point, maybe even a question mark. Adebayo passes to George. Back to Adebayo. Misses off the left iron.
I'd love to see them impose themselves a little more on the backboard. That's a great way to find confidence. Always a surefire way to get back in the game.
Out of bounds, Miami takes possession. And a chance here to take a look at the shooting chart for Simmons.
Well, that is what it looks like when you are in the zone. He's been very efficient with his scoring and is leading the way for his team on offense. With every make, you can see the confidence growing. And I don't think he'll slow down anytime soon.
George against Covington. And George kicks to Oladipo. And Davis sends it back.
Good job by AD, not giving up on the play. Tracking the ball, blocking the shot. Appreciate the hustle.
Down low, it's stolen by Davis. Pass to Simmons. Here's the teardrop, and the layup is up and in. Simmons got 6 here in this quarter.
Oh, such a field shot there, the floater.
Richardson kicks to Oladipo. There's the lob to Oladipo. Stolen away. Nice job to interrupt the alley-oop attempt there. Covington with it. He's picked up by Whiteside, and he could not get that one to go. A lot of contact, and he'll go to the line for 2. They get Hassan Whiteside.
No question, he got bumped on that shot.
Smitty, looking back in your career, what's the most pressure you've felt in a game?
You know, I think the most pressure, you love to be in those games. I think that's when you strive. I think the most pressure I ever felt, and it wasn't a playoff game, Kevin, or a championship game. It was that very first game as a rookie because that game you had nothing to compare to, and it was everything you dreamed about. And that first game, you were finally saying, for me, I couldn't get it out of my head. This is my first NBA game. So I think that was the most pressure game I've ever played in.
That one falls, so he hits both of them. Into the third we go. 2 minutes in now. Oladipo, the pass to Adebayo. And there's a whistle, and that's going to go on Simmons. That is his first foul of the game. To end the run, kicks it out to Richardson. Now Oladipo. He's been patient so far. Nothing on the scoreboard yet. The pass to George. 4 on the clock. There's the triple.
Really, a lack of focus coming out of the break. So far, they are 0 for 3.
Floats one. Covington with the bucket.
Timeout, timeout.
Covington's got 4 points in the quarter.
I love how Simmons sets the floor. So good at spotting his teammates for high percentage shots.
Now a timeout called by Miami.
Yeah, the amount of points they've given up here in the paint, that's what they got to talk about.
You know, for the most part, their perimeter D is holding up, but they might have to sacrifice some of that to close down the lane.
The Heat trail by 17. And Oladipo kicks to George. Good, and it's Oladipo picking up the assist. Oladipo's got 3 assists in the game. Now the 76ers with it. They've gone on a 10-2 run, not allowing much. It's stolen by Oladipo. To the inside, Richardson lays it up and in off the pretty assist. Richardson's got his 3rd basket of the night right there.
Assertive in the painted area. This is what every coach preaches.
Pass to Redick. Some nice ball movement here by the 76ers. Ben Simmons gets the bucket.
Well, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. They keep getting it in the paint and continue to score consistently.
Oladipo against Simmons. Oladipo finds Whiteside. Here's George. Lets it go from deep, and he's good on the 3-ball. George has got 21 in the game.
And there's never been any question about George's three-point range. He just goes through stretches where he knocks down the 3 at a ridiculous rate.
Down low. Shoots a fader. And it's Miami with the rebound. Whiteside's got rebound number 9 now. What an effort here tonight. Richardson kicks to Oladipo. Pass to Whiteside. Down to 5 on the shot clock. From deep, George. Anthony Davis with the rebound. Davis has got 5 rebounds tonight. Richardson against Redick. Pass to Simmons. It's Davis on the wing. Shoots from the corner. The basket good off the assist from Simmons. Simmons got assist number 5 here tonight.
And they've had assists now on their last 3 baskets.
Oladipo dishes to George. Shoots over Covington. That one bounces around and comes back out. Philadelphia leading by 14. Now the pass to Redick. Offline with his 3.
I'm shocked that didn't turn into 3 points. I mean, he makes you pay on those nearly every time.
And here's George for 3. Gets the 3-pointer to fall. George has got 24.
Something's brewing, guys. The 3-pointers just continue to flow.
Timeout called the 76ers. For Miami, Nurkic checked in for Adebayo. King comes in for Richardson. And Dwayne Wade subbed in for Oladipo. And then for Philadelphia, Smith comes in for Robert Covington. And Moore subbed in for J.J. Redick. Simmons passes to Smith. He kicks to Embiid. And the layup's good off the glass. Embiid's got 8 points.
And when the score is as lopsided as it is, and you can see they smell blood in the water, my man is going for the jugular.
And it's E'Twaun Moore with the foul. That's his first foul. Wade outside. Over Davis. 4 on the shot clock.
Defensively, this is what Davis gives you. The rare versatility to switch 1 through 5, contain his man, and be in a position to help.
Wasted no time on that shot, but it's off the mark. Knocks it loose. Moore with the steal. And now here comes Simmons leading the break. Embiid wide open. Misses the 3.
The defense was practically begging him to take that 3, and he fell for it.
Kicks it to Wade. Pass to George. Over Smith. And the shot is long. The 76ers leading by 13. To the middle and stolen by Whiteside. King against Moore. King outside to the inside. And George gets it to go. George has got 10 points here in the second half.
I'll tell you, he is scorching the Nets this quarter. Maybe that'll help wake up some of his teammates.
Smith on the wing, defended by George. Ben Simmons gets the bucket.
Yeah, what a quarter for him. Firing on all cylinders, putting this team in a good place.
Wade outside. Lob pass to George. Throws down the alley-oop slam.
And hard to decide which was better, the pass, the catch, or the slam.
Oh, there's no wrong answer. Sensational alley-oop. And the 76ers call time here.
Yeah, I mean, it's an opportunity to kind of regroup and discuss ways to maximize these possessions.
The reason why is you like to get value every time down the floor, but that does take a lot of discipline.
Now we get a chance to check out the standings out east already. We are in December. Look at Philadelphia. Quite a season they've assembled here, guys. Perched up there in first place and playing terrific basketball game in and game out. And, of course, the Heat 2 games back.
And right now for the 76ers, the step forward they've taken this season has been a giant one. I thought they'd be an improved team, but I had no idea they could be this good.
And you're not alone. How could anyone have predicted this? Nobody thought they'd be such serious contenders this deep into the season.
And so George will bring it up for Miami, trailing by 13. To the middle. Here's Whiteside. He can't hit that time. Simmons with the defensive effort.
His lack of consistency with his shot tonight, it's held him back.
Six on the shot clock. Embiid. The basket good off the assist from Simmons. Simmons got 6 assists here tonight. The Heat trail by 16. And here's Wade. Passes it to King. Clock at 6. Second chance shot. Here's Whiteside. Right through the D for the layup. Whiteside's got 10 points in the game.
This is the effort they want from Whiteside. He has to do it, continue to do it. There's no limit on the big fella.
Pass to Moore. Smith on the wing. Davis in the corner. Moore outside. Now the pass to Embiid. And the 3 off target. Miami's gone into the 3-point range 4 times since halftime and buried 2 of them. King, the pass to Wade. He dishes it to George. Here's King. And it's off from 3-point range. Here's Davis. Makes it off the glass. 10 points for him.
He's been a different guy here in the second half. His shooting percentage far better than it was before the break.
Now a timeout called by Miami. And a new group getting ready for Miami. JaMychal Green, he's checked in for Whiteside. Winslow comes in for George. Josh Richardson's checked in for King. And it's Oladipo in for Dwayne Wade. And Oladipo kicks to Winslow. Good, and it's Oladipo picking up the assist. And that's now 7 points for Justice Winslow. The 76ers leading by 14. Pass to Noel. Down low, it's stolen by Green. Smith against Richardson. Again, the Heat good for 2.
And not relying at all on the 3-point shot. They may want to rethink about stretching the defense a bit like they did in that first half.
Here's Noel. And that one clearly a foul. Gets the whistle and 2 shots coming up. Here's what Miami has lined up on their schedule. On Saturday, they'll be playing against Lou Williams and the Los Angeles Clippers. Then on Wednesday, they'll take on Kevin Love and the Cleveland Cavaliers.
And just looking ahead to what's on tap, there are a lot of winnable games for them, but you can't go into the stretch with that mentality. You've got to focus on what's in front of you and bring it every night.
That's good from Noel. All free throws good from Noel.
And if they continue, Kevin, their outstanding free throw shooting, that'll help them seal the deal.
Richardson finds Green. Some nice ball movement here by the Heat. Richardson, good.
Justice Winslow has done an excellent job of being unselfish and making the right play.
Here's Covington, guarded by Oladipo. To the paint. Nice D from Oladipo.
You know what? He tried to lay it in at the point of attack. Just too much defensive pressure on that play.
And now the 76ers on the break. Dishes it to Noel. From outside the arc. And it's Miami with the rebound. 3 seconds separate the shot clock and game clock. They get the rebound. The kick out to Oladipo. Pass to Nurkic. The second chance effort. Knocked away. Covington with the steal. Here's Smith. And a lot of contact on that one, so he'll shoot 2 here. It goes on Justice Winslow.
Shooting for Philadelphia, Smith at the line for 2.
Two shots. Relax on the first.
Free throw good, Smith. Both free throws good from Smith. 8 seconds left to play here in the third. Here's Oladipo. Well-placed jumper from the free throw line.
The D gave him too good of a look right there. He rose up and knocked it down easily.
Well, through 3 quarters of play, down double digits, it may be difficult to overcome. 76ers on top. They lead by 12. Back after this from the American Airlines Arena. Let's listen in on what Eric Spoelstra had to say to his team.
Let's get this next bucket. We got to put together a string right now. It's all right here in the head. It's right here in the head. Stay connected.
Greg urging his team to go on a run here.
I mean, they have what it takes, and Coach Spo right now just trying to spark a fire in his group.
And there may not be a lot of drama down the stretch as we head into the fourth quarter, but stranger things have happened. Adebayo is out there with Nurkic. Then it's King. Then it's Winslow. And it's Wade in at the point guard position. That's the group on the floor for Miami.
One shot, gentlemen.
That's good from Wade.
There have been seasons where Wade has averaged over 10 free throws a game. He knows how to get to the line.
Kicks it to Embiid. Inside, Noel. Good for another bucket. He's made half a dozen now, 6 for 8 on the night.
It's fine to extend your defense to try and create turnovers, but guys have to help each other.
That's been a problem for them all game. Teamwork is something you just can't turn on and off.
And so it's Smith with it. He'll bring it up for the Philadelphia 76ers. 17 points was their biggest margin. Embiid, no good.
That's one of those where you think you've got it, you relax for just a second, and then you're kicking yourself.
The pass to King. Nurkic trying to get open. Count it, and the 76ers lead has been cut to just 9 points on the basket from King.
attacking on the interior. I like that attitude.
Pass to Embiid. Shamet. Wade is covering. King with the steal. And it's the Heat on the break. Winslow's running. Here's Nurkic. And Embiid pulls it down. Embiid's got 12 rebounds here tonight. Big time effort. Shamet. Wade is covering. Shamet. They get it again. And that one's good. Noel.
And the second chance points aren't easy to come back. It's all about effort and hard work. And he has today made it look easy.
That's a carryover from the way he played in their last game. All-out energy plays on his way to a huge performance.
That's good. The Philadelphia lead is cut down to 9 points with the basket from King.
A nice move, attacking in the paint with confidence.
Shamet. Wade is covering. To the middle. Embiid. And he's fouled pretty hard on that shot, but he's got the chance to pick up the points at the line. The free throw drops for Embiid. That one falls, so he hits both of them. We're in the fourth quarter here, just under 2.5 minutes gone. King, the pass to Adebayo. Winslow kicks to Wade. Just 5 to shoot. Here's King. Off target with his 3.
Well, he had 1 3-pointer in the first half, but so far in the second, he's come up with goose eggs.
To the inside. And he drops in the layup off the glass.
Timeout.
And the 76ers lead by 13.
And a high percentage look there, and he takes full advantage. Bumps up the lead.
Yeah, the lead now is double digits. Some tricky matchups out there. Not a lot of solutions.
Timeout called the Heat.
Yeah, I mean, just wants to make sure everybody's on the same page here going forward.
You know, sometimes the best way to approach it, let your guys know what they're doing well and give them 1 or 2 things that they could have done better.
Now let's go to the sideline and catch up with our Hall of Famer, David Aldridge.
During that break, Eric Spoelstra had some words for his team. He is not happy with the turnovers. He said, we have got to get some shots. It's as simple as that, guys. Play smart and value the basketball. We'll see if the message sunk in, Kevin.
Knocked away. And that's out of bounds. Philadelphia will retain possession. And a little over 3.5 minutes in the books so far here in the fourth. The Heat trail by 11. Got a piece of it. And he makes the bucket, gets the whistle, and now a 3-point play chance here for him.
And he is really in a zone right now, playing and scoring with confidence.
King. Shooting 1.
Mind the lanes. Mind the lanes. 1 shot.
Philadelphia leading by 8. Smith outside. down low. Embiid, no good.
Well, just think what's happening here. He hasn't found his groove, yet they still hold the lead.
And maybe that'll trigger them. Impossible not to get pumped up after that.
Yeah, well, you could see the immediate reaction of the guys on the bench. They are pumped up. Smith against King. Shamet lays it up off the glass.
Amazing how he gets this one to go. Size doesn't matter.
But it can in the painted area. Regardless, he's crafty enough to get up a good shot.
Wade finds Nurkic. Back to Wade. And he takes it in for the layup off a very nice feed. Wade's got 5 points in the quarter.
And good passing, setting up a lot of these buckets right now, Kevin. That's been the key.
Pass to Korkmaz. And here's Embiid. Shamet. Wade is covering. Just 5 on the clock. Knocked loose. And here's the fast break. Winslow's leading the way. Feeds it to Wade. And it goes out of bounds. Last touch by Embiid. And a new group getting ready for Miami. Whiteside's checked in for Adebayo. Paul George comes in for Winslow. Josh Richardson's checked in for King. And it's Victor Oladipo in for Dwayne Wade. And it's the Heat with the ball. 6-point game. Richardson kicks to Whiteside. It's stolen by Davis. Moore outside. In the corner, Simmons with it. Nurkic with the double team. And Philadelphia with another turnover here. And now a chance to see what's coming up for Philadelphia. On Sunday, they'll go up against Russell Westbrook and the Indiana Pacers. And then on Monday, they'll be taking on Klay Thompson and the Sacramento Kings.
And that one against the Raptors, it's going to be an all-out battle. And you just hope they are rested and able to execute their game plan, as it's going to be a tremendous challenge.
Here's Moore, and he banks in the layup.
Showing he's not just a perimeter jump shooter. Each one will push for a better shot if he sees an opening.
Richardson the pass to George. Noel against Nurkic. Richardson trying to break loose. Nurkic can't hit. And Simmons has got the ball here for the 76ers. 17 points was their biggest margin. He kicks to Covington. To the middle. There's no...
Oh, wow. Watch your head.
That's a beautiful jam.
And this sort of awesome dunk is one of the reasons this team is in charge of this game.
Well, there's a swagger out there. You can see it on the court that they possess and are not afraid to show it either. Shot clock at 5. Covington with the steal. And Simmons kicks to Covington. Great D that time from Nurkic. The Heat trail by 10. And Oladipo has it in the corner. Out of bounds. Miami takes possession. The Heat have gone 7 of 13 from the field here in the fourth. George lays it up and banks it in. George has got 14 points now in the second half.
As solid as he's been, they're still behind. He needs help.
It's stolen by Oladipo. Here's Whiteside. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws.
An absolute monster inside. Whiteside moving bodies around. Earns himself a trip to the charity stripe.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
First one falls for him. He's off on the second. And at last, they get one to fall.
I still feel he's just scratching the surface. The immense potential of Whiteside shining through.
And Davis puts it in.
And just carrying over from his last game. Completely dialed in. You can sense his confidence.
I totally agree. Heat check after heat check. He realizes, man, I'm still hot.
George against Covington. Fader on the way. No good that time. And the 76ers go the other way with it. Here's Davis. It's hauled in by Richardson. The Heat trail by 7. Poked loose and stolen by Simmons. And Moore kicks to Simmons. Pass to Moore. Six to shoot. And there's the feed to Noel. And it's good with time running down on the shot clock. Noel's got 10 points in just the second half. And for the Heat, they're shooting pretty good tonight at 48%. And the Heat call time here. We've seen Simmons really having a great game.
Yeah, because he's been killing them all night. They are struggling to find an answer.
Now the presentation of our Jordan Player of the Game, Ben Simmons.
And guys, this really has been his night. He's done a lot of things well, but his scoring really put him over the top. You can see how determined he's been every time he's gotten his hands on the ball. Great drive and also great focus offensively.
He's really seemed to feed off the hostile environment he's been faced with tonight. Oladipo against Simmons. Oladipo outside. Richardson dishes to Whiteside. Shot clock at 2, and Oladipo kicks to Richardson. Miami no good on that time either.
Yeah, not a great shot there, especially when you got a lockdown defender guarding.
You know, there's no shame in passing out in that situation. Leave your ego at the door.
Simmons against Oladipo. Here's George to the inside. The shot by Adebayo, no good.
Yeah, the aggressive D inside leads to a missed opportunity there.
You know, he had terrific position, does a good job of affecting the shot without fouling.
Here's Davis. Uses the glass to finish the layup. Davis has got 4 points this quarter.
Nice body control. I like that Davis kept his composure after taking the hit.
George finds Oladipo. Over Davis. To end the cold streak. And 2 free throws coming up. Unable to get that one to go with all the content.
Good activity from Whiteside. Aggressive move. Draws contact. Going to the line.
2.
Shooting 2.
And the first one drops. No good on the second, so he hits 1 of 2.
Yeah, he cuts the deficit a little bit, but not as much as he could have. One miss can make a big difference.
And stolen by Whiteside. Oladipo against Simmons. Oladipo, the pass to George. Shoots over Covington. Miami no good on that time either. Guys, a good chance for them to slow it down.
Yeah, they definitely should use some clock here. And these are the types of games where one team clearly has the edge. Tonight, it will be a win by a large margin for the 76ers.
They made the most of their free throw opportunities.
They just shot much better, and that improved their confidence, I think, as a team. It was a team that believed they would make those shots.
And you can mark this one down in the W column. It'll mark their 23rd of the season.
And so they're able to even up the season series at a game apiece with one left to play, exacting a little revenge and really saving face. They did not want to go down 2-0.
And guys, one of the steady and outstanding players putting in another impressive performance, it was a big-time outing for Ben Simmons.
And the way he was able to dice up their D with his passing really made things easy for everyone else on his team.
Embiid inside. Whiteside's there.
And that's why he's one of the best two-way wings out there. George will lock you down on D, and it takes a very special effort to get off a clean shot against him.
And Oladipo kicks to Richardson. There's 21 seconds left in the game. That one falls.
He turned on the Jets. As soon as he got that screen, and went right to the hole. Great decision making there.
And Simmons has got the ball here for the Philadelphia 76ers. 17 points was their biggest margin. So it's the 76ers winning this one easily. And in the win, a comfortable win in what was, I think, G, a pretty hostile environment.
It really was. You know, it's never going to be easy on the road, but they didn't have too many problems with that tonight.
It's time now to go courtside as we send you over to David Aldridge from the sideline. David, take it away.
Thanks, Kevin. Anthony, tell us the focus for the team coming into the game tonight.
Well, you know, before we started the game, you know, Coach came in and told us that we knew what we had to do. You know, we were trying to stop a lot of their actions, and, you know, our biggest focus for the game was guard the ball. That's what we did, come out of that timeout and never look back.
And it led to a win. Thank you for your time, Anthony. Back to you, Kevin.
All right, David, thank you. And that'll do it, folks. For David Aldridge, Greg Anthony, and Steve Smith, and the rest of our terrific 2K Sports crew, this is Kevin Harlan saying thanks for watching. We'll see you next time. Have a great evening.